Hi, welcome to Real Talk on Relationships for Sunday, March 26, 2017. I'm your host, Riana Milne, Coach Riana Milne, and I'm here to help you have and attract an amazing love into your life and to have the life that you deserve, that you want, that you're passionate about, you're just crazy about. That's why I'm here on Sunday nights, 7:30 Eastern Time. Again, I'm a certified life, love, and relationship coach, a licensed mental health counselor, certified addictions professional, and a best-selling author of 2 books, Love Beyond Your Dreams, From Fear and Doubt to Personal Power. Love Beyond Your Dreams. Sorry. We were at the boat show today, and I just got in. Love Beyond Your Dreams. Break free of toxic relationships to have the love you deserve, and live beyond your dreams from fear and doubt to personal power, purpose, and success. So my practice of 17 years, Therapy by the Sea, is in Delray Beach, Florida, and I help singles find love and couples looking to fix love. And I just finished being one of 5 coaches on the new TV docuseries Radical Dating, Finding Lasting Love Over 40, and we're really excited about that coming out later this summer or fall, so keep an eye open for that. My client Scott is doing amazing. He's now 4 months with his new partner, and he's madly in love. So we're very excited about his progress. So being that it's the last Sunday in March, we have been celebrating spring here and the renewal of life in nature and in you. So this month I've been giving you clear examples from my life coaching and my book that's rated 5 stars on Amazon and BNN. Live Beyond Your Dreams. This is what it looks like. And of course, I'm giving you just samplings here and there of the book and what I do for coaching. And if you missed any of the Facebook Live tapings, I've been doing them since early January. So just go to my Facebook Live channel. It's my name, Riana Milne. And when you're there, please subscribe and you'll get all the videos as they're being produced, sent to you. And if you watch a video, just please send like. And the most important thing, if you find a topic that will help you or somebody else, please share it with them. I'm trying to give real helpful tips that will help people in life. So if you see something and you want to share it, I truly appreciate that. Okay, so tonight's topic is a good one. Why is spirituality essential for success in life and love? And it's funny because when most people come into me for coaching, whether it's in Delray or I'm Skyping around the world, I would say 9 out of 10 people don't actively practice a faith. Very few are spiritual. When they're spiritual, it's great, but I said, please open your mind to learning spirituality. What I think has happened, and it happened to me when I was a child, organized religion became a real turnoff for me because I was really teased at my church. It was an Episcopalian church, and I dreaded going to church every Sunday. And as a matter of fact, when I was a teenager, my brother Jack and I used to cut church and go to Dunkin' Donuts and read the funnies, okay, the comics. And we had the little brochure, go home and tell my mom, yeah, Mom, this is what church was about today. We were bad. But what a lot of people don't know is once we got home, I used to ride my bike up to the little chapel and go in there and just sit there and do some reflection in the chapel. And nobody was there, and my spirituality was very private. I didn't have to know all the facts from the Bible. I wasn't getting tested. I didn't get F's back on my tests. And it's funny because I'm a pretty smart girl. You know, I graduated summa cum laude in my master's program in psychology. But because we skipped Sundays, I didn't know all the facts at church. So I used to get a pretty bad teasing because I didn't do well on my church tests, okay? So my organized religion was not very good for me, but I absolutely love spirituality. And I think I entered that journey with my dear friend, my childhood friend that lived down the street, and of course, a cornfield from me. His name was Michael Marcucci. At 16, unfortunately, he was hit by a drunk driver, and I lost my best friend, and our entire high school lost one of the really great kids in our school. It was a huge loss for me, and I kind of got a little quiet and got introverted in the sense that I'm thinking, how much more time do I have? And what goals do I want to reach before my time is up? So I started getting serious about life at 17 years old. And again, it was a private journey, and I started reading spiritual books. And really, it helped me overcome a lot of that melancholy I was feeling over the loss of my friend. I did go off to Penn State. I got a BA in speech communications. But after I graduated, my roommate and very dear and best friend of 3 years, Corinne, was murdered by her boyfriend. So that was the second death I had experienced. And again, the spiritual journey got even deeper. And by 27, I was going to a Thursday night group for the Course of Miracles. And a lot of people didn't even hear about that. That was a group in Erie, PA. And I really, really loved that philosophy and just kept getting spiritual as time went on. So when I devised my coaching program for singles and couples, it does have a spiritual component to it. So I just ask, no matter what your organized religion is, to open your mind to learning about spirituality. Because so many have lost touch with their spiritual faith-based belief system, their religion, and they just failed to relate to the lessons that they were learning as a child. So they have opened their mind to me, and they're finding this new spiritual connection in their life, and they just love it. And as they know, faith calms the dark negative thoughts that you might have, or fear-based thoughts. As you learn the philosophy of spirituality, it increases your inner light, your faith, your trust, and your degree of confidence, and it all lifts your sense of personal power and success. So I'm glad that you're here on tonight's topic, and I hope you learn a little bit from what I teach as a coach. So again, it's immersed throughout the lesson, but this is just a way to give you a little taste of it. So, of course, all books of faith write about a higher power, and it's the importance that you have it in your life, correct? For peace and happiness, serenity, and success. Spiritual guidance does provide the balance you need to live life in a full and abundant way and move into your higher purpose goals and self-actualization, because we're all here for a reason, right? It's really important that you know, what is your purpose? Why are you here? And each day when you go off to work, hopefully that's living part of your purpose. And as I said before, if you don't particularly like your job, perhaps you're earning the income to support your family as you wish to. Or, you're doing your passion work as a hobby until you can step up and make that a full-time job. I do the career coaching here as well to help people get into their passion work. And it's an amazing thing. So I'll give an example at the end. I mean, we humans are really so small in the scheme of things, in the relation to the ocean life, rainforest, animal kingdom, the highest mountains. We're just mere specks in this cosmic of life, right, and of nature. And having experienced a few hurricanes myself, I was right in the midst of a Category 4 hurricane in Cabo St. Lucia, and roads were being ripped up around me. And it was very clear to me that I'm not in charge, I'm not in control, Mother Nature and the divine is. And if you've ever been in a natural disaster, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is the importance to me of that quote, let go and let God, that maybe many people here in the AA and NA rooms. And it asks us to be open to what the world presents to us and know that we're totally not in control. So when you live a conscious life, which is what I teach as a coach, when people enter your world, you look at them and you meet them with an open mind. Many singles I coach are like, no, he's not my type because of this, or no, I don't want to date her because of that. It's like open mind, open heart. Give somebody a chance. And that's how I met my fiance, just because he asked if he could talk to me. And he did ask me if I was spiritual, because I had an amazing white aura around me. And I said, I am, and are you? And this is how we started our conversation. Then he asked me out on a date. And our first date was Valentine's Day, so it's kind of a cute story. But spirituality is what brought me into his life and he into mine, which is really cool. And if I wasn't open-minded to that meeting, open-minded, open-hearted, again, being spiritual, I know there's no mistakes in this world. So it's very important that you open your mind to what's coming into your essence. And when you are spiritual and have faith, this feeling of inner peace and outer confidence truly emerges. It's a sense of knowing and a quiet sense of trust and calm. It's a spiritual person radiates light and exudes incredible energy. And learning to live in a spiritual way, yes, it takes time and education, but anybody can do it, trust me. And, it's when I start on the beginning journey with my clients and I ask, are you spiritual? And they laugh and they're like, no, not really. And I'm like, will you open your mind to learning some of this? Because this is a big part of healing and trust and getting out there to meet people and bringing what you want into your life, which we call the law of attraction. So I kind of smile with that because by the end of their sessions, they're like so incredibly beautifully spiritual and trusting and confident, and they just look and feel like totally new people. And actually, I see one of them on my line tonight, so I just want to say a shout out to you. Yes, this is how you attract love into your life, and it's just amazing when it happens. So here's a few spiritual lessons I wanted to share with you tonight on Facebook Live. Remember, we are all human and we all make mistakes. And in Buddhism, we call this the Earth School. And we're here to learn and grow from any lessons or mistakes that we make. And it's very important that when you make a mistake, it is a sign of strength and character and inner light to quickly apologize and say for what, not just, oh, sorry, but say for what, and be sincere to the one that you have hurt. It's funny, I teach this lesson when I was a student assistance counselor in the schools. I worked with kids in schools from grades kindergarten all the way through college. And in my elementary school, K through 6 in Vineland, New Jersey, I taught my kids that's a sign of character. And I taught them how to apologize properly. Because, you know, they bump someone in their line like, oh, sorry. And then they learn to say, sorry, I bumped you. You could have gotten hurt. So to explain why you're sorry is the loving and kind thing to do. So that is a spiritual thing to do, to apologize, because you don't really want to actively or unintentionally hurt somebody. Another one, your spiritual inner light helps keep away the darkness of fear, anger, anxiety, and depression. And last week I talked about the yin and yang circle from Buddhism, where on the right side I say this is your living in the light Paisley, and when lessons or challenges come up, this is just something we're supposed to look at and say, okay, how do I handle this? What is the solution? What could be my plan B? But it's not going to freak you out when you're a spiritual person. You just look at it differently and work with the challenges. It may frustrate you here and there. Of course it might. We're human. It's okay. But in general, you don't have that anxiety or that intense fear like someone would if they don't have a sense of faith and trust. You must have pure intentions to enable yourself to give back by serving others. And then your spiritual purpose will definitely guarantee your success. So what is your life purpose? Why are you here? And in what way are you giving back to help or serve another person? And again, you can do little random acts of kindness. You know, it doesn't have to be your career, but everyday little kindnesses. You know, just reaching ahead and opening the door for someone, being sure you use your manner words, please, thank you, may I, helping someone that seems in distress. These are just little random acts of kindness that is part of what a spiritual person would naturally do. So once you become personally successful, also you must continue to give back in a spiritual way, because otherwise reaching your goals will just seem empty and fulfilling. You know, you hear of all these people making it big, whether it's a celebrity or an athlete, and they have what they call guilt conscious, like, why am I making this kind of money for just doing this? Well, when you put purpose behind your money and you start giving back to others, then you have that purpose that you are helping others with your talent, which is amazing, and it doesn't feel empty and unfulfilling. I always had this personal quote since I had my model and talent school at the age of 26 when I opened it, and we live by this motto, is help yourself by helping others. So every class I graduated in my talent school did a public service event, and they felt really good about it. They raised money for like Habitat for Humanity or the Humane Society or the Rape Crisis Center. Every group picked their own charity, and it really made them feel amazing about themselves and their life, and they were reaching out to help others. And then what did they do? They put on a fashion show, or they stood up and gave a speech, and they challenged themselves. So in turn, when you're reaching out to help others, you become your best and happiest self. So remember that as you go along. Now, in my Live book, in chapter 3, I really go into the laws of karma. I really love the study of Buddhism. There's a lot of amazing studies. I'm going to share a lot with you. Also Christianity. The Jewish book of the Torah has amazing lessons as well. All the higher books have great lessons, and they're basically a universal message. So let's talk about the laws of karma a little bit. They help you grow and learn from your current and past mistakes and painful experiences. Karma is basically the accumulation of all your actions throughout life and carried forward, affecting your fate and your future. So each deed that you do that is either positive, negative, or neutral. And this is why when I coach, I always have my clients, I ask them, is this a positive statement? Is it negative? If it's negative, leave it in the left side, the dark side. Don't say it. Don't do it. Think before you speak, say, and do. Okay, very important concept that they all know with conscious thinking. So you're always trying to put out positivity to the world. And another question they ask themselves, is this for the good of all? There's another one of my spiritual clients signing on. Awesome. So is it for the good of all? And is this a positive thing? So you get to choose. Is this statement negative? Is it positive? Or is it neutral? And again, there's going to be difficult things to talk about with your partner. That's not a problem, but you do it with love and an open heart. And again, what I describe in my couples therapy and coaching is what I call a tea break, standing for a therapeutic break. So if you and your partner are having a disagreement about something, either one can say, babe, I need a break, or hey, tea break. And you take this break. It can be anywhere from a half hour to an hour. And just go off and think about, what are they really trying to tell me? Why am I not getting their message? How can I bring two solutions to this problem? So you're not angry, you're not freaking out, you're not yelling at each other, you're thinking and trying to make a solution for the team. Remember, as a couple, you're a team. And I always say it's you two against the world, you and me against the world. Always putting your partner first and what's for the good of the couple and the relationship. So try and come to your partner with two positive solutions. Be open-minded to their solutions. And hey, then the problem's solved, isn't it? And if you solve it with you both living in the light, it's an easy, loving discussion. It's not angry. It's not fear-based. It's not blaming. It's not accusatory. It's fabulous. So trust me, it works. Start trying this with your partner and see if this happens. Now, as you go along in life, you think you're on this path, and all of a sudden, boom, something changes. And this is also called in Buddhism the winds of change. If you're thinking about changing something and you don't, sometimes you're forced to make a change. And I can use an example from my life so this is clearer to you. When I was in the school in Vineland, I was off one day giving a speech to the whole staff on suicide prevention, and came into the leadership committee for next year. We were doing things to brainstorm for the students for next year. And I sat down and someone said, well, it must be hard for you to be here, Riana, knowing that you were laid off. I'm like, what? I don't know that I was laid off. So everybody in the school knew but me. So that was kind of a crappy feeling. But I gathered up my things nice and calm. And I said, I just need a few minutes on my own. And I said, I'm going to not attend this meeting this time. Walked off, went to my office, just closed my eyes, took a deep meditation breath. And people who meditate in my practice, they know section 4 is, God, what you want me to know. And I heard, it's time you do your own practice full time. So I got the notice in February, and by July, my building I built behind my home in New Jersey was completely built, and I opened my first month to 99 clients with no advertising. I just meditated to school, and on my way back to school, thank you for the clients that you're sending to me to my center. And lo and behold, my clients were sent to me. So at the time, I didn't know why I was being laid off. I mean, the month before, I just got Teacher of the Month. So it certainly wasn't by my performance. It was a mass layoff because we lost the grants for a specialty counselor, which was really a crime for the kids. But anyway, you don't know why things are happening that are negative sometimes. But when you have faith and trust, you know it's all going to be for the good. You can't always see why right away. So you have to have the patience to trust and say, what do I do with this challenge? So my goal was to make sure that center was done completely. I had my CO. I could open, and it was open for business, and boom, first month, it was awesome. And I didn't look back. 17 years later, I've had my practice. So it's really cool. Okay, so when they're happening, when you're living in the spiritual light, you don't freak out. You're feeling pretty good about it. So this is what you do. You just simply refocus on the change. You get that into a meditative state. What do you want me to know? What am I supposed to look at? And then you just start refocusing on a new goal. And, you just keep the balance in your life. and you feel still peaceful. And the illusions and materialism sometimes can delay us from their spiritual greatness. Like, those fear-based thought of, oh, I'm a single woman, I have a mortgage, nobody's going to help me financially, I'll have no income in about 3 months. I could have freaked out and gone to the dark side. But thank God I'm spiritual enough and saying, nope, this is happening for a reason. I'm going to trust it. This means my center. It has to be what supports me now. And that's what I started meditating on, and it did. Okay, A Course in Miracles. Let me talk about that philosophy a little bit. It's awesome. Many of you might have heard of the key speaker, one of the top speakers. I kind of grew up, and my daughters, Alexi and Stefano, used to listen to her, was Marianne Williamson. She has many books on A Course in Miracles, and I used to listen to her cassette tapes. You can see how long back that went. But it's basically, she says, your self-esteem flows from your beliefs. And to change your self-esteem, you need to have a high motivation to live in a spiritual way. So self-esteem improves as you release your anger and eliminate the fear of changes. And you have a choice in every decision. You either choose to live with love, react from love and the light side, or you react with fear, anxiety, depression, freaking out, anger. That's from the left side, the dark side of life. So every choice you have, even everything you say, is this a love-based statement or is it a fear-based statement? And when you think about it, a lot of fears are what anger is about, right? Or jealousy, all that negative stuff, depression. So when you're living in the light, those things from the dark side rarely enter your life. And if they do, you mentally can correct them right away. You choose love-based thoughts instead. So if fear wins, of course, this is a faulty belief system, and your ego or the dark side is chosen. And, when you're choosing from the dark side, or you choose from your higher power side, right, which is living in the light. And the dark side will always lead to, evil, pain, depression, anger, resentment, and in general, just dark results. So by choosing love and not fear, you choose to live with a spiritual inner light. And this is where peace, love, personal strength, trust, that your God, the divine, whoever your higher power is, has got you, no matter what you're going through. So it's not a traumatic reaction. Remember, your perception changes reality. If you choose love, you will live in peace and love, which we call heaven and on earth. And if you choose fear, you live into your ego, right? It's all about you. And then that world is full of the fear, the anger, the jealousy, resentment, power struggles, chaos, which we call hell on earth. So as one of God's angels, and we all are, we're all here for a reason to make a difference in this world. It really is up to you to spread your inner light with everyone that you meet and help in any way that you can. And the more light and love that you share with others, the more that you will receive and have in return. And the focus on your inner light, you'll be amazed at all the miracles that come to you and happen in your life. And you'll have this inner peace, and you'll have keen intuition, and you'll have the answers that you need to those questions. And the Course of Miracles was actually stated, they named it because of all the miracles that present to you. And it's not like when people say, oh, you're lucky, or oh, what a miracle. And it's like, no, I've been intending that and attracting that into my life. I've been choosing love, I've been choosing faith. So these miracles that come to me, I'm recognizing, I'm giving thanks. Every time a new coaching client comes, I give thanks, and then I pray for their healing, for them to find love, to find happiness, and they're in that meditative prayer every time I do that every day. And I got to tell you, my clients get amazing results, and I'm so happy. Look, I have goosebumps. You do, see? I mean, totally, I get so excited that they find love and peace and happiness in their life. So, and they do the work to have that, I have to tell you. They really do the coaching program, and they stick to it, and they get the results. So meditation is another form of spirituality, and this is what I say, wake up every day to meditation. All you need, and this is proven in science and quantum physics, is 15 minutes a day, which gives the body and brain 8 to 9 hours of positive effect. And basically, it is restructuring and rebuilding the synapses in the brain. So if you were a child that went through childhood trauma, very often the brain is reacting as in a post-traumatic stress response system, like boom, quick to anger, boom, quick to trigger anxiety or fears. Well, meditation calms all that stuff down. So because I work with so many people that had childhood or young adult trauma, this is something that they do, and they say, wow, it's amazing. I do feel more calm. I feel more confident. I don't feel stressed out. I don't panic anymore. And if you're going through something fear-based, you do 2 or 3 of the meditative breaths that I teach, and your brain remembers and the body remembers, oh, this is my calm state, and it calms you right back down. So meditation is wonderful. And the first step out of meditation is your breath work, which is good for brain and body. And the second step is a prayer of gratitude. So it's always, thank you, God, for all the blessings that I have. Thank you for, and then in my mind, I see this bullet list. And I name all the things I'm so grateful for. And these are just the everyday things that you're so grateful for. And it's so great to start your day remembering all the things you do have. Think about all the people that wake up, angry or frustrated. And, they're there, I don't have this, I don't have that, this is happening for me, bitch, moan, complain, whatever. And really, they have so much in their life. So it's wonderful to start your day with meditating. Remember all the wonderful things you have. It just starts your day out on a fabulous note. And then the second part of part B is ask for what you want to attract it into your life. And this is part of taken from the law of attraction. And next week, actually, I'm going into an interpretation of the movie The Secret. If you haven't seen it yet, it's an amazing movie. I also recommend The Abundance Factor that was produced by Riley Dane. It should be on YouTube. I did put it on my site for free for a while. If you scroll through Coach Riana Milne, you may find it. And my daughter, Alexi Panos, is a motivational speaker in that film, too. So they're all about the law of attracting abundance and love into your life. So I'm going to interpret that next week for you. So anyway, part 2 is you ask for what you want as if you've already received it. This is the trust and the faith that you're putting out into the universe. So you say, thank you, God, for, and then everything you do want. So now I'm saying for the Radical Dating Show to be a huge success, because that's what I want, that's what I'm expecting to happen, that's what I'm putting out to the world, and I say thank you, thank you, thank you, that it's going to come out and be a huge success to help so many people learn how to find love in their life. So that's part of my part B prayers now. So you're asking for what you want every day, and I can't tell you how many times, guys, this has happened for me. I envisioned my books in Barnes & Noble, that happened. I envisioned love going to #1 on Amazon, that happened. I imagined meeting my beautiful spiritual man, that happened. I imagined sitting in this house that I loved when I saw it. I put an offer in, it was told it was sold, gone, cash offer, I'll never get it. And here I am in my home that I said thank you for. So miracles happen, and they happen for me all the time, but I've been practicing spirituality and meditation for many, many years. But what's really cool is when I see it happen for my coaching clients, because they are now doing meditation too, and their blessings are coming to them. So it's so cool. So part 3 of meditation is visualize exactly what you want. I would say don't visualize more than 2 scenes of what you want to happen in the close future or somewhat near future, what you're aiming for. Because again, your work has to have purpose. What are you going to work for every day? If you don't have your goals and your dreams lined up, what are you going to work for? So even if work is not easy, when you hold your goals tight and you have your visions of what you're aiming for, then work has its purpose and its rewards. So, visualize clearly what you want, and it helps you come to you as per the law of attraction, based in quantum physics. A great book, I love it. It was called The Answer by John Assaraf. John was one of the spokespeople in The Secret, and he actually invested millions of dollars to find out why does the law of attraction work. So it's a little bit science-based, but once I read that, I was like so thrilled that he put that out so I can confidently recommend this to my coaching people, that the law of attraction really works based in physics. So do it, guys, because it really works. And then part 4 of meditation is that question to your divine, to your higher power. I say, God, what do you want me to know? And these are, that inner intuition that comes up, that spiritual knowing, that faith that comes up. And I have learned, don't delay, act on what it's saying. It's always going to be positive. To me, I usually get 2 to 3 sentences. And again, it's coming up from inside. It's not this voice that you hear out like walking by you. No, it's not this outside voice. It's this inner voice and mine is male. I guess because I picture God as a man, but my voice I hear is a man's nice, calm, soothing voice, trusting voice. And it gives me that reassurance and advice that I have learned to follow. So it's really cool, and it keeps you very calm, and it's part of you reaching your greatness to the very next stage of your life. So if you want more information on this all came out of my chapter 3 of Live Beyond Your Dreams. You can find it on Amazon, in Barnes & Noble, anywhere on the internet. If you'd like me to sign it, just contact me. I'll be glad to sign and send you one. And always do keep a journal. Keep a journal of your dreams. Check in with yourself. Every day, what are your 3 goals for your day? What are the 3 goals of the week that you set? And I usually set them in my mind Sunday night, so I have a purposeful week. And what are you aiming for to have by the end of the month, end of 6 months, end of a year? And of course, you have your individual goals, and then have your goals with your partner too. So as a couple, you're also growing together and reaching the dreams that you have. And that could be saving for an amazing vacation. Joey and I are saving to go to Asia. We did Europe in September, which was phenomenal. And, that's what life's about, guys. Working hard so you can live it. Live it in love, live it in romance, live it in friendship, live it in peace, happiness, joy, all that really good stuff. So open up your mind to spirituality. Let faith become an important everyday practice in your life. Keep the positivity flowing, guys. That's what I'm here to teach. And hopefully, again, next Sunday, we're going to go into an interpretation of The Secret and the Law of Attraction, so you can understand this a little bit more, because it is the core of my coaching program for singles and couples. And it's, like I said, when I see my clients get this stuff, their life totally changes. Totally changes. And read some of my testimonials, and 2 of my clients are on it who gave me beautiful testimonials, so thank you guys. So if you want more information, I do offer a personal transformation in life and having the love you deserve. Free coaching session. You just have to go to my website, rianamilne.com. Little pop-up comes up. Just fill that out. Tell me a little bit about yourself, what you might be struggling with. I'll email you back and we'll set up a time. We meet by Skype around the world and in the U.S., or otherwise, if you're in the Delray Beach, Florida area, come to my office and let's meet in person. And if you got value from this tape, please do share it to somebody that is struggling, that needs a little bit of faith to get through a difficult time. I really appreciate it if you would tag it. And do remember, I have a free app. It's called My Relationship Coach. You download that. That's free around the world. And I got tons of articles and videos on there that could be helpful for you too. So next Sunday, please join me, 7:30, and I'll continue to dive into my program and my books to give you some really good tidbits that I hope will help you feel amazing. And my goal for you, of course, is to be and attract an emotionally healthy, evolved love and partner into your life. So until then, I wish you a very blessed life and for you to have the love that you deserve. Take care, have a fabulous week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.